Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the next installment of Thea the Awakening with me, your host, Alvin Stalvin. And where we last left off, we had just accepted our first sort of like side quest, random encounter type thing, the Hanged Man, and we had gathered just enough resources to start construction of our cabbage patch. So I'm going to jump in and start that straight away. So we'll just make it out of wood and some vegetables and get that underway, because that's going to give us a chance to spawn a child and attract new people to our settlement, and that's going to increase our population, which is going to be fantastic. So we'll get Kuba onto that. I think currently making jerky, but I think I'm going to pull you off that project and get you starting to make that cabbage field, and that's going to take us about 6 turns. So we'll get him started on that and go and see about this Hanged Man thing. And of overwhelming vote, we are going to be exploring for more clues.
Settlement, but it looks abandoned for at least a decade. You see the Hanged Man floating aimlessly, wailing at the sky. The souls of those who died of hanging, especially self-inflicted, are known to become damned like this. But there could be a way to help.
And I think this is a really good choice because it does give us a little bit more information about this story, and this game being quite story driven is never a bad thing.
You look around the abandoned settlement and you find several skeletons of people with their heads severed, as well as many funeral pyres that look very makeshift and rushed. At the center of the village you discover an oak tree with the Hanged Man's skeletal body still swinging from a branch.
Do we search the body or take the body down before checking it? I'm not sure if I want to disturb him just yet, so I might just search the body.
As you search the body, the ghost appears again, but this time without the noose around its neck. Instead, you see a well-built, middle-aged man in a wide-brimmed hat with a large book and a crossbow at his side. The ghost seems much more coherent now as it speaks to you. So you have come. Good.
Are you the one that cursed our people, or yes, we've come? I think let's give the friendly response here. Yes, we have come. You haunted our village for many nights now, and we seek to release you from this fate.
It was not me. Well, not strictly. I can only hold this form for a short time. Soon I will revert back to the anguished deformity that is the Hanged Man. Driven by instinct alone, I will seek out life and haunt it, desperately trying to seek aid. Many would have slain my spirit by now. My thanks to your patience.
We have a choice. Yes, well, we did think about killing you, but it seems rather redundant when it comes to ghosts. And then there is this curse you left. What good is killing a ghost anyway, huh? What happens to you guys if you're defeated? I will go with this one.
Indeed, it is somewhat redundant for you. I have no true answer for what happens to us, except that we come back with less and less of ourselves left. Every time we are slain, we lose a part of our souls, until there is nothing but an angry shell left.
Damn, that's bad. So what happens if we get you help? Alright, enough sharing. How do we help you get this curse off our people? And whatever curse we want taken off, and I don't care. I'm gonna explore some more.
If you find a way to release my spirit, well, before the darkness, my soul would have traveled through the roots of the cosmic tree into the underworld, where it could rest in peace. Now, well, at least I won't be an angry spirit tormenting people, I think.
Okay, so how do we help you, and how do we help our people with the curse?
I am afraid I do not know for sure how to lift your curse. I am fading again, and soon will become the Hanged Man again. So I will tell you this. Read my diary, and find a way to rest my spirit. Or find another way to banish me from this fate. If you do, I promise to try and lift the curse. It looked like he wanted to say more, but his ghostly body dissolved and changed back into the Hanged Man.
Alright, let's look for this diary then.
Inside the man's coat pocket, you find a note, or rather what looks like a page drawn out of a diary.
I think we should really read it carefully for all the information and see if we can lift this curse from our people.
The curse of the Striga takes hold quickly. Within days I saw signs of these good people falling to the darkness. Only I knew what had to be done, and gods help my soul for it. I had no other recourse but to kill those who were taken, and those who stubbornly stood in my way. I had hoped to finish the job and return to you, my daughter. But alas, I can feel the curse upon my soul. I can hear the voice of my soon-to-be mistress calling me at night, and every night the voice becomes sweeter. Soon I will not have the will to resist, so I must act now, even knowing my soul will be damned among the wretched. If you shall ever find this place, I needed you to know my true fate.
Check for any other information.
As you examine the rope, you see it was weaved with silver, and on the ground you see a pentagram drawn with rock salt and poppy seeds, or at least that's what they could have been. All known repellents for the dark magic and the creatures of the night. The hanged man appears next to you and points to a map attached to the page. You see several settlements marked and one signed Home.
Alright, let's take the map.
You remembered a book and a crossbow on the ghost, and so you search for it near the body. You discover both objects buried under a pile of stones.
Alright, so we got a dart of darkness, a dark wood crafted crossbow, and Zona gained some folklore. Lay the body to rest and then leave. Alright, so it seems like what we have to do is go and let his daughter know what happened to him, and that should lay him to rest, as that was kind of his last sort of wish before he hanged himself, I guess. So we can head out this way, or we could quickly take out the spider's nest. I think I'm probably going to go and take out the spider's nest just while we're up here, get a little bit of extra loot. And I'm just going to straight up fight them. Should be pretty easy. Looks like a decent hand. Yeah, we'll go with that. Malicious spider. Yeah, let's do that. Drop her down. And choose you to get closer. And that should be enough. That should be enough to kill them outright. So now it's the opponent's turn. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. Do your worst, spiders. It won't be enough. Alright, cool. Well, that was pretty straightforward. And we got a little bit of spider silk, I guess. And some experience for our people. We almost have enough to level up our characters, actually, so that's going to be pretty good. I'm probably going to stop in and grab this treasure as well. But we're going to have to end our turn. And move to the next turn. What's this? Production stopped. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because we're no longer making it. Resource income. We've got a bunch of vegetables and wood, so that's pretty good. So let's go and get this loot here.
You stumble across some ruins of an old city, engulfed in mist. One of many buildings you tirelessly searched through contains a closed stash. It takes you almost an hour to open it, but luckily it's not empty.
So it looks like we got a nice Wrath of the Dead double-hander. The dead may be gone, but the anger lingers in their bones. Fuel their wrath as you slay their enemies with your blade. So we'll take the loot and go, and it looks like we will get a level next time that we turn. But I'm going to quickly check that sword, because it's probably going to be pretty good. We already have one of it, actually. So is there anyone that needs a better sword? It's probably going to be better than this one. Yeah, it's got a little bit more damage and the same amount of shielding, and it's lighter actually, so that's pretty cool. So that should be about it. We do have a mace, but it's not that great. Anyway, that should pretty much do it for the equipment, and let's continue on this Hanged Man quest chain and see if we can help this guy out. We'll probably end up having to let his daughter know what happened to him, which is a pretty grim task, but it's got to be done.
You found the town marked on the Hanged Man's map, but it was optimistic to think some settlement was still alive so close to your village. There are the ruins of a town, but most of all, there is a large graveyard.
Damn.
You see the Hanged Man ghost appear and look at the gravestones, but it shakes its head at you. She is not here, but I do feel her presence in the area. Can you please help me some more and search for her?
Oh, fine. And
you
search the
discover
place.
a hidden entrance to a household, dug deep into the ground, like the houses of the half-men from far in the Westerlands. Inside, you find the abode with many rooms, furnished with beautifully carved furniture and filled with all sorts of bric-a-brac. The stuff is scattered around the place, broken and clearly in disarray. You hear a cry from one of the rooms.
Check where the cry is coming from.
You discover another room and find a place of a horrid crime. There are several bodies lying around, and among them, an old lady, crying while she cradles a young man's corpse in her arms. She turns to you, her eyes devoid of any hope.
Too late, too late. Everything of value is taken, and if it's blood you seek, there is only me left.
We're very sorry for what must have happened here, lady, but we did not come for blood or robbery. We're actually led here by a ghost, seeking his daughter.
Oh, I see. In that case, perhaps you can help. It is too late for me. I will die here with my son, but some of our boys and girls were taken by the robbers as slaves. Please try to rescue them. I heard where they went. I can show you on a map.
The old lady seems to ignore the ghost, and the hanged man shakes his head to say that his daughter is not among the dead bodies either.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help them. In for a penny, in for a pound. And it's on the way back home, so that's pretty handy. Gonna have to use it to... Oh, they're on the move. Alright. Looks like it will give us... it will reveal their position no matter where they are on Fog of War, so that's kind of nice. Now I'm gonna have to chase these guys down. No, they didn't move. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's get it done.
You track down the slavers just as the old lady told you. You see that it is a group of well-armed men and women, but it seems there are not too many of them. It is hard to tell anything more from the distance, but you do see several females kept in cages, and your ghost friend appears next to them, nodding his head in confirmation that it is his daughter.
Alright, let's send in the scouts to investigate. I don't want to go in ham-fisted and get caught out.
Your scouts sneak in closer and see that there is only a small group of guards left with the slaves. From their conversation, it is clear the rest have gone off somewhere and won't be back soon. You can devise a tactical plan to steal away the slaves, but from the look of the cages, they are rigged with traps, so it is likely some slaves will be hurt in the rescue effort. Or you can attack the slavers, but then you risk your people's health.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the party has enough sort of like tactical skill to get this done, and I do think that we're stronger in a straight up fight, so I think I'm just gonna straight up fight them. So they got one orc fighter, so they got three, we got 6 dudes, we got 6 dudes, but this could get kind of dicey, but we're already in, so we're gonna have to begin combat. Let's do it. At least we did draw a decent hand. We got 2 of the decent tanks and like a fair amount of damage. Do we have a first action? We do have a first action, that's good. And we got a bunch of shield. Yep, I'm going to keep this hand, I think it's pretty good. And we do get the first turn, so that's really nice. Let's drop you down first. And see what they respond with. Holy shit. That guy is tough. Alright, damn. Alright, I think the best idea would be to drop her and get her on the first action. That gets her out of harm's way. The wolf gets a bit more damage, that's not great. Alright, so let me just quickly do some math here. So we got 19 and 13 damage, so that's going to be what, 32 damage? Not quite enough to take him out, unfortunately. He's going to do a significant portion of damage, damn. Alright. I think I'm going to have to shield him up a little bit just to absorb some of that damage from the orc fighter, because he is one scary sumbitch. This could actually get really dicey, but we'll see. First action, the wolf, that's not too bad. The shielding kind of sucks. Alright, God, I hope you attack the other side first. But this is going to be the play. We're out of cards. We're just going to have to see how we do. The wolves don't scare me too much. Holy, oh shit. I did not realize how much damage you would do. That's not good. One of our characters may actually be dead now. Alright, 13 damage. He's gonna be really, really hurt after this as well. Oh god. Well, we lost one character. That's never good. Hopefully they don't die in the night. Alright, we got a 7 health dude. He's gonna act first. Let's drop this guy first and then shield him up as best we can. Yeah, that goblin dude is all kinds of nasty. Damn. I probably should have gone with tactics, to be honest. But let's see what we can do. I think my characters might all die here actually. So that's never good. And let's actually just get closer and try and put some more damage on the field. 15 damage from him, that kind of sucks. Shit. Yeah, kill him please. Thank God. Please kill him. Oh Christ, no! Oh God. Alright, well we have enough damage to kill them all, but 2 of our characters did get wiped out, so hopefully...
You defeat the slavers and find several cages with people crammed in like cattle. Unfortunately, when the bandits saw they were losing, one of them hacked most of their slaves to death.
Oh Jesus!
You do find an older woman that looks very much like the ghost, and a couple of young children still alive. The others are heavily wounded, dead, or dying. The ghost speaks. You did it. You saved her. I will cure you of the curse and of the wounds you got in this fight. Thank you. He disappears and the old woman smiles at you in thanks as well, before she turns to tend the children.
Okay, so we got from winning that fight, we got some armor, a mace, a shield, some crafting components, 2 children, and this person, Jeroma. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Heavily wounded. These 2 guys may die from their wounds. However, I think they actually got healed. Yeah, they did. We actually got healed from the fatal wounds by the ghost, and we lost the curse as well. So that's going to be really handy in not allowing our characters to die, because I really don't want to lose 2 this early on.
You tried to save some more people, but they were too far gone. Your efforts, however, taught some of your people more about medicine.
Okay, so Niestek got some medicine ability, and that's going to help us not die from wounds in the future. So all in all, pretty good for our characters right now. We got some more experience and some research points. So let's go and check out this person that we got. Let's see. Equipment. Jeremiah, and she's a witch or a sage. Witches and sage are the wise ones, the keeper of old traditions and folk knowledge, the wielders of winds of magic, often feared but always respected. She doesn't really have too much in the way of strength, so equipping her is going to be kind of difficult. Yeah, definitely not able to put on any of that armor. I'm probably just going to equip her with the mace, to be honest, to try and give her a little bit of damage coming in. But that's about all that we can do. She does have a bunch of different stats that we didn't have before, such as distraction, find weakness, a bunch of folklore, some herbalism, magic, and sixth sense and all that sort of stuff. So that's going to help us in like magical challenges, I guess. So she's definitely worth keeping around. And we do have 2 children with us, so I'm probably going to drop them back off at the
flies
town.
To your village with a note attached. It reads, "Dear residents of the lovely settlement, if you will, please visit my humble abode, placed not so far from your lovely home. It is very nice. I am a blacksmith of dwarven tradition, and I have an offering for you, kind people. Yes, there is a small map drawn in strange purple glowing ink."
Alright, might be worth checking out. But let's see. Let's move our people back to town before and drop off these children before we go out on that quest. And we are kind
Well
of...
done. You have your very first buildings. As you can see, it takes many resources to build a decent abode. Or perhaps your god gifted you, in which case you cheated. Remember, the better the minerals you use, the better the bonuses from your buildings. You have a limit of 10 buildings, but you can demolish the old ones to make way for new. One of the ways to win over the darkness is for you to research more recipes, grow your population, and build more houses. So get going.
What we got? We got some dragon bones. Wow, those seem really, really strong as a material. Only best craftsmen are capable of turning these into exceptional equipment items. Awesome. So that's always
An old
a good...
dwarf passes by your village, stopping only for a drink and a chat if you're willing.
Yeah, let's have a drink with him, why not?
You share a drink and some stories. As thanks, the dwarf tells you of an old mine he knows. He marks the location on your map.
Nicely.
He marks a route for a gold mine.
So we got another quest. We got a bunch of quests going on right now. Let's drop off that stuff first before we do anything more. Alright, so let's see. We don't need that or any of the crafting materials. Don't need the children. They can rest at home. Got no use for those things. And we'll drop off the armor as well. Actually, before I do that, I might go and see if any of our characters can use the armor. So let's get on to the expedition. Wow, actually this guy's really strong. Wow, how did he get so much strength? That's insane. 16 armor, 3 shielding. Definitely going to throw that on that one. You have a decent amount of strength, but probably not enough to equip this. No. You don't... Maybe. Wow, you do. Wow, you just got a lot stronger. I swear, this like washerwoman person who makes all the biscuits is going to be what end up being one of my strongest fighters. That's crazy. Alright, so that should pretty much do it for this expedition. Dropping off all of our stuff. We'll drop off the straight up meat and take some of that jerky. But it's not very much. So we'll take some vegetables as well. Probably not all of them though. Let's see. Let's take 80 of them. That gives us 13 turns worth of food. And let's take 10 turns worth of wood, and that'll give us 10 camping turns. We can find some food out on the trail if we start running low, so we don't have to take too much. We've got 6 children that can grow up, so that's pretty good. I might end up leaving the witch behind, just because she's not all too combat effective. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Let's keep it with us. And we're going to have to end the turn there. And it just reminds me, we don't have the guy making jerky anymore. So let's get him back on that. Actually, what have I done? I put the wrong person on. Alright, where are you? You can go back there. Yeah, that's good. Actually, before I make the jerky, let's see about crafting tools. We can make it out of gold and some elven wood. We end up getting +3 to crafting. Not so great. If we switch the wood out, it gets 4 crafting. And it gets 2 if we put that one in there. Yeah, it's probably not worth it right now. And let's just rest up a turn. Alright, so we can go visit the smithy, or we can go to the gold mine. I think I'm going to come out this way first, because we can always just visit the smithy whenever.
It is time for the Night of the Goat, a feast in honor and reverence of the ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Zeadi.
Great, let's begin the celebrations.
You set a table with food and drink, set bonfires in a circle, and begin festivities. But this night, the Zeadi actually appear before you. One, an elder bearded man, speaks with a heavy, coarse voice.
You have done us proud, grandchildren. Now we shall cleanse you of any curses you carry, and if your souls are ever burdened by the filth of dark magic, come to a city we once called home and seek us out. And if you prove yourselves worthy, you may be cleansed once more.
The Ziadi all nod in agreement, then disappear.
Awesome. If we're ever cursed, we'll seek out this city. And we got a little bit of folklore on Takuba. And we just gained another level, so let's check it out. We've got a bunch of health on some people, so that's always nice, and some more shielding onto one of our strongest dudes. And at home we have some health, perception, and will, so that's always nice. And we got a research point, and this is going to be really, really good. So I think I'm going to start off by researching armors, since armors are pretty damn good at preventing combat damage. So we will do that and start building some as soon as we get enough materials, I guess. We can get leather. So if we find a source of leather, we'll start making some leather armor. I might actually just camp these people down. You know what? I'll send them back home. They can camp in the city until daylight. Alright, so let's wait. I'm gonna have to give him some more food. Alright, there we go. It's starting to become a bit lighter. So let's drop the jerky in there. No, sweet, we got 13 tens worth. Alright, let's move out. Oh wow. Okay, so there's a bunch of enemies here. Let's take them out. Let's do it. Let's just fight them. Malicious spiders. I'm not scared of you guys. So we got our witch in this deck now. Nice. Alright, I'm just gonna breeze through this one because it should be pretty straightforward. Wow, her health is insane. It's like 32 health and 15 damage from an old lady. She has more health than this guy and more damage. That's crazy. Yeah, let's drop the witch down as well. Time to get her hands dirty. And there's really no point doing anything else, to be honest. I mean, I can first action her. Actually, that's probably going to be a good idea. I can first action this guy as well. And that should do it. Yeah, get wrecked, spiders. Hoorah, get some. Alright, so we got a bunch of other fights that we can do. We're gonna have to wait a turn. I might swing by and pick up that, this juicy loot before we get going.
You stumble across. You search the room.
Okay, some new enemies right now. So we got 3 warped snakes and a utopiek. That kind of sounds scary, but I think we got enough to take it down. Definitely a good hand roll. We got 11 shielding, 11 damage. Yeah, that's beautiful. Let's keep it. The opponent's turn. That guy is pretty darn strong. So we got first action 6. 20. This person has 21 damage. It's not going to be quite enough to kill it on the first rotation, but with the extra poison damage and being able to act first, it should kill that utopiek on the second rotation. And a little snake doesn't concern me too much. Let's drop this dude. Let's drop. Let's confuse that one. That's going to stop him from acting. Oh, the first action on the confused one. Interesting gambit. So let's do this. Just drop all the damage on the field. And then support them, I guess, for the extra damage, because why not? Let's see how it goes. Hopefully we can take out this Utopiac before... Yes! Before the second rotation. There's a lot of damage on that. I really didn't want to have to face that. And all around a pretty solid fight.
You search the buildings and discover a supplies store still intact.
Get a bunch of shadow armor. Wow, a lot of iron. That's going to be good for building weapons and such. And a decent amount of bird meat. So let's take out these spiders. I'm going to have to wait a turn though. I'm not too scared about those spiders attacking the town. We should have enough to take that out. So let's just take out their nest and stop them spawning. 5 malicious spiders. A lot of our heavy hitters are on the other side, so I'm going to reshuffle this and hope that we get a better draw. And we can't reshuffle again, so we're just going to have to play with this. And we'll drop this person down first. An interesting choice, dropping someone from your support deck first, but I will take it. Let's get some damage out on the field. And that should take out 3 of them. And we'll have 5, I guess, so I'm going to need to have at least 5 people on the board. Let's send you. And I'll probably send her as well. And that should be enough to take it out, so let's wait and see what they do. A little bit overkill on the spiders, I guess. Wow, there's another spider's nest? Jesus Christ. Oh shit. And we got attacked by 2 crazed bees, 2 disformed bats, and a ravenous crow. We should be able to take this out pretty easily. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. Let's drop you down first. Okay. Crazed bee gonna do a little bit of damage. So let's drop you. Yeah, thankfully they don't have too much health. And we'll drop you. And we can confuse that crow. But in all honesty, I think shielding ally is probably going to be a better tactic. So I'm going to shield up the witch. And then just send these people to get closer because they are decently tanky and have a decent amount of damage. Probably not going to be necessary, but we'll roll with it anyway. And that bee will go down. And that's going to go. Yeah, they definitely picked the wrong party to screw with. It looks like their friend's gonna back off. Alright, so I think this gold mine is gonna be my next port of call. Let's see. It's really hot. There we go. Alright. To fight them or go hunting. Let's go hunting. Let's do something different. Against 2 hunting cards. Shield ally, counter tactic, counter offensive. So these are all kind of naff as support cards, but we should do pretty well with this person. Okay, Okay, so they've got a decent amount of health. So I'm gonna have to throw a bunch of damage down onto the board. I'm probably gonna need to drop this chick. Wow, she's really... That witch we picked up is actually really good at hunting. That's awesome. And they're gonna drop that one down, so that's fine. Let's drop all of our damage onto the board. Why not? It's not like any of them can die in this hunting challenge anyway. Success. Alright, let's keep moving on towards this
Thea
gold
is not
mine.
an easy place to grow up in,
Ah,
but
nice.
alas, grow up we must. One of your children has matured into a young adult and is ready to join your village and rebuild Thea.
So now we get to pick whether we want to make them a warrior, a gatherer, or a crafter. And there's like a bunch of different classes that we don't have the ability to create just yet. And I'm not sure what those requirements are to make the other sort of classes. All right, so what are we doing right now? We're gathering a bit in our hometown. We're not really constructing that much, but we will be in the future. So I think I'm going to build a
Becoming an adult is an
crafter.
important rite of passage. The whole village celebrates this joyous occasion.
So
The
now
youngster
we've
places a food offering at the altars of their gods, in thanks and in hopes for a good future.
lost one of our children, and they've grown into Neerat, who is going to be our crafter. So let's go and have a look at what his innate talents are. Let's have a look. What's his crafting at? I was probably going to have to go into production. His crafting is at 5, so that's pretty decent, I guess. And he can do all that sort of stuff. But I think I'm going to call this an episode, and in the next one, we're going to be searching that gold mine after clearing out all of these guys. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. If you didn't like it, please feel free to hit that dislike button, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments about how you think this series is going and what sort of a path that you would like to see these settlers and survivors go down, whether it's be expedition, crafting, whether you want them to just build a city and gods be damned to the world, just try and survive on their own, whether they want to be helpful, whether they want to just go out and just kill everything. It'd be awesome to to hear about what you guys would like to see done. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and this is Alvin Stalvin, and I'm signing off, and I will see you guys next time.